Hello everybody and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball. Alongside the intern Emma Loading, I'm Mike Martin and we'll be bringing you the Kenosha Kings against the Sheboygan A's. In our first game, we have a partial game to complete. We're going to be starting in the bottom of the fifth of a 7-inning game. There's going to be 2 outs for Kenosha. Sheboygan leads by the score of 8-6. Eric Schmitz will be starting as he did in the original start, and then Eric is going to remain on the mound for our first regular 7-inning game of the regular doubleheader we're playing. Sheboygan comes in 10-10 in the Wisconsin State League, good for 4th place. Sheboygan and Kenosha have not played each other to a complete game yet. They're going to play that suspended game and then the doubleheader, and then they're going to play again tomorrow, a doubleheader in Kenosha.
Yeah.
Well, 5 quick games. Kenosha comes in, they're in first place with a 12-3 record, and boy, a couple of wins today would be huge.
Yeah. And a thing to note is Kenosha starts with a runner on first base.
And that runner is not the starter from last game. It's going to be a Sheboygan kid, Joel Cotty. You might remember him. He was quite a baseball player over at North and played some college ball. 47 years old, Emma. He's still playing.
Hey, good for him.
When is he going to start his broadcasting career? Well, that guy in the middle of the diamond is not going to be making a lot of friends. The umpires for the games today did not show up. We were able to make contact with them. It's going to take them about an hour to get here, so we're going to finish this game with player umpires. And does he give his teammate a break on the balls and strikes, or does he call him?
I'd hope he'd call him. You know, we're all in a tough spot here. You just got to hope for the best. Looks like.
Tariq Bacon is the leadoff hitter. Now they've got 4 or 5 different players that are playing today that did not play on June 8th when the game was originally started. So Bacon is in. There's 2 outs. Cotty is over at first. Schmitty's first pitch is the ball low. Defensively for Sheboygan, they got Schmitz pitching, Mary catching, Jacob Neese at first, Blaine Bradford's at second, Harry's at third, Chase Hanselman is at short.
Jacob Neese is at third. I may have not written that in correctly. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they switched. Neese is at third, Stelt
Neese is at third, Stelt is at first. They did a quick change on us.
That
Sims, Walker, and Zackerson are the outfield left to right. So that's not your fault, Emma.
It might be. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
We'll blame it on the players. Well, we may have to suspend the umpire evaluation for this game. We don't want to make any enemies. Bacon pops that ball up, but it's going to be way out of play.
Bullpen player caught it.
I watched the game that we last did against Green Bay when Tillman was called out at second on what was a bad call. Bouncing ball up the middle. Hanselman takes it to the bag to retire the side. And that ends the 5th inning, amazingly. And when we come back for the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Neese, Mary, and Jurgensen up.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Michael Stelmark is going to be the pitcher for Kenosha. They had two other fellas pitch, and I don't know if they're here or not, but Stelmark is the guy. Nice in this game is 2 for 2, a double and then a single that drove in a run. Brad Reinfleisch is umping for our side. Line drive to the gap in left center field. That's down. That'll go for extra bases. Nice is going to pull up at second with a stand-up double.
Good way to start it off.
I didn't want to say anything till after his at bat, but you know, that 2 for 2 that Nice had in the original game, he's been struggling
Since
recently.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him get that hit. That brings up Ian Mary. Ben Beering started the game at catcher. Mary is batting for him.
Beering is now out with injury.
Beering, that's right. He hasn't played in a while.
Looks like Peyton Anderson is our first base coach today.
Okay. Means Riley Palmquist isn't here yet. Little looper out to shortstop. Shortstop picks and throws. All in one motion. A good play by Bacchino. Nice had to hold at second. That brings up Jimmy. Jimmy had that big hit a couple games ago. That leadoff double got things started for Sheboygan in their 2-1 win over Green Bay. Reinfleisch is doing what we don't like the home plate umpire. Waves it off. Helps Bill though. Bouncing ball right back to the mound. And Stelmark makes the play. So great start for Sheboygan, but need Hanselman to get a hit. This game was started on June 8th, and at that point, Chase was not a regular in the lineup. Now he bats second, but in this game, he was batting ninth. Strike called to Chase. And a good pitch up and in. Chase couldn't catch up to that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Neese still on second. Ball is popped foul and did not get out of play.
Great effort by the first baseman, though.
Guess it did fall into the bullpen area.
Just over the fence.
Yeah. See if Chase can come through with 2 outs. Neese with pretty good speed. I think with a hit to the outfield, he'll score with 2 outs. He'll be running on the crack of the bat. And another good pitch by Stelmark, and Chase goes down swinging. After 5 complete, Sheboygan on top, 8-6.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We're back at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start 6th inning action of this suspended game. It'll be a 7-inning contest. Cal Bacchino, the shortstop, is going to lead it off for the Kings. Cal did not start the first game. He's replacing Howard Rodriguez. You don't have too many suspended games. I can't remember since I've been doing the live streaming having a suspended game like this. Lucas not here today. He's up in Minneapolis attending the Brewer game. He'll be missed. Emma doing double duty. 3-1 is the count. Sheboygan on top, 8-6, trying to hang on. And ball 4. And that's going to bring up Brian Reyes. Reyes, again, a player who did not start the original game. He's in for Cooper Edwards, and Reyes is the catcher. Bouncing ball to third. Neese has it. Runner on first was on the move. Jacob made the correct play. Good throw across the diamond. There's one out. Runner on second now for Kenosha. It'll bring up Jared Bujoz. Jared in the ball game is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and scored. That happened in the third inning, which took place about 6 weeks ago.
Something like that.
And Bocchino with a stolen base.
He's a quick fella.
Yeah.
He's
and
really moving.
It also always helps to have a good jump.
Yeah.
That first pitch was a ball. Kenosha's got a good ball club. We mentioned they're 12-3 in the state league in first place. Green Bay's in second. Green Bay's record is 14-6. A swing and a miss, evens the count, or makes it 2-1. Ball hit hard, but foul down the third base side. Sheboygan and Kenosha are going to play a doubleheader after this makeup game, and the first regular 7-inning game will start shortly after this one. There won't be much of a delay.
Just as soon as the umpires get here.
Yeah, and so we would not start that game until they come.
Yeah, I believe that's the plan.
Okay. And another walk. We don't see this from Eric very much. He's has very good control.
I was going to say, he's a pretty consistent player.
That brings up Angelo Pahia. Angelo did not start the original game either. Luke Jackson was the starter, and on the pitch, Bujoz steals second. Now they have the tying runs in scoring position, second and third. Ball is popped into right field. Zackerson has room, makes a catch, and throws a good pitch. Oh, got by Mary.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Another bad throw. Ay, ay, ay. Now, give Pahia a sacrifice fly. And then the runner on second advances and winds up scoring on the error on the right fielder, who made a bad throw. And the game is tied. Both walks scoring. Schmitty was in position. He got down and backed up the catcher, but
he couldn't seem to find the ball.
Yeah. You know, we could have had the runner at the plate, the first runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hate that when that happens. There are 2 outs. 1 out, 2 outs in the 6th. 2 outs. Had a grounder to third and a fly out to right. Another reason they wouldn't want a long delay between games is Schmitty starting that first.
He's slated to, yeah.
So you don't want to have him have to sit around too long. So if the umpires, think of it this way, Emma, if the umpires thought the game time was 4 o'clock, which would be an hour early from a normal starting time of 5 o'clock, that would give them an hour to finish this suspended game.
Yeah.
And I can see where that could happen, I suppose. And the inning finally ends with Plash striking out, but not before Kenosha scores 2 runs and ties the game at 8.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Sheboygan was on top when we started 8-6, but Kenosha scored 2 runs in the top of the 6th to tie it up. For Sheboygan, it'll be Walker, Sims, and Bradford. Harry batting 4th this game, be waiting to get a chance.
I think he's waiting for even more of a chance, because if he doesn't like his strike calls, he knows who to yell at.
Right.
He knows who to yell at on the car ride home.
Gus Walker stepping in. He is 1 for 3 the first 5 innings. Gus takes that pitch a little bit outside.
Quite a nice breeze out here today.
Yeah, it's pleasant. We've got the window open. Gus takes that pitch for a strike, makes it 2-1. Stolmark's pitch is fouled off. Pitch is down low for ball 3. It's 3-2. Loss went out to left field, but it's going to hang up, and making the catch is Hurd. And that brings up Jason Sims, who's batting for Riley Palmquist. Riley, since this June 8th game, as you all know, was injured and is out for the season. First pitch is a strike. Tillman, who had a home run in this game back on June 8th, is not here today. 2-0 is the count.
0-2.
0-2. Well, imagine that. Bill's got it wrong.
I had it right. It's okay. It's all
so
right.
I've made two mistakes today, and they're not my fault.
It's all right. I had it right.
Emma's got it right on the screen. All fouled off the screen.
Sim's putting up a nice fight here.
He is. He got that game-winning hit against Green Bay the other night. Boy, that was exciting.
That was quite exciting.
Bouncing ball up the middle. Nice play by the second baseman, Cotty. And that's out number 2. So when I got home that night, I immediately went to the game and was looking at the call at second, the one where they called our runner out, and Moyer wound up getting thrown out. Well, Tillman slid in, he hit the bag and was actually coming up. Little pop-up type slide as the fielder picked up the throw from the catcher and tagged him on his back. So he was clearly on the base. Umpire, as we all know, punched him out. And then Moyer at that point got thrown out. Blaine Bradford in for Tillman. He's playing at second base. It's 1-1, the count. Pitch is called inside. Looked pretty good from here. Two and one. If it's inside, he waves with one hand. If it's outside, he waves with the other. What does he do when it's a strike? Ball is popped up and out of play. Three-two pitch coming up. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Stelmark. And after 6 complete innings of play, it's all tied at 8.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Colin Jensen is going to lead off the 7th inning for the Kings. Colin started on June 8th. He's still here. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Playing over at third base. Schmitty still on the mound for us.
Jensen's a pretty big guy. He's a pretty big guy.
Big guy. Jensen.
Yeah.
Bouncing ball to Nice at third. Bounces off his glove. That'll be another error. It's always a bad sign when you have to back up on a ground ball.
Yep.
Brings up Aaron Hurd, playing in left field for Julio Sigawus. Errors have been a problem this year for Sheboygan. And unfortunately, we've been very consistent in that.
Yeah.
So
one thing we've been very consistent in.
Ball hit out the deep center field, but Walker makes it look easy out there. He's a really good outfielder. Haven't seen his dad, Jim, here today. He was visiting from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Joel Cotty is up next. Cotty's in for Devontae Glenn, who started the game. First pitch is called a strike. Fly ball out to left, not deep. Hanselman makes the play. Oh, was he quick getting out there. Sims was not going to catch up to that one, Emma.
No, he was too far back.
That brings up Tariq Bacon. Tariq walked and scored in the sixth. Very uncharacteristically, Eric Schmitz had 2 walks in an inning. Jensen has not taken a big lead at first.
No.
Ball is hit hard, deep center field. Walker back, has room, and makes the catch, and that ends the 7th inning for Kenosha. When we come back, we'll try to win it in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Stelt, Zackerson, and Nice.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I was telling Emma, but she wasn't impressed that the way they're umpiring the game today, that used to be the norm way back when.
I had a couple games in my playing career we would have that done. Whether, lack of umpires or whatever it may be.
By the way, the press box is on umpire watch, waiting for them to show up.
Got the binoculars out.
Right. Harry's up. Harry was an original starter. He was 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch and scored a run.
So, you know, he's just so speedy, quick on the bases.
He needs to hit one out. He doesn't have to be speedy.
Hey, it's his specialty. He's got that one
First
stolen
pitch
base.
is inside. Well, Harry and Brad many times will drive here from West Bend together. Harry hits one out to center. And Bacon makes the easy catch. Well, and that ends that story.
Yeah. Next time.
Brady Zackerson up. Brady was an original starter. He was he's 1 for 3 that day, hoping to get something started for Sheboygan, win it in the bottom of the 7th. The other thing with going extra innings would be Schmitty throwing too many pitches in this game.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be able to go as long in
the next one.
Ball's hit out down the right field side in foul territory. Out of play. Brady with a 1-1 count. There's one out. A run by Sheboygan would give them the victory. Ball's fouled out of play. Infielders are deep at all their positions. Left fielder's almost touching the warning track out there.
He is pretty far out there.
Brady pops it foul, but out of play.
There it is. Found it.
Reyes was ready for it. He got back to the screen, but luckily the ball went out of play. Two-two pitch. That ball is hit to left field, not deep. And Hurd makes the grab out there, and that's going to bring up Jacob Neese. Jacob had a ringing double his first time up today. He's 3 for 3 in the game. First pitch is way outside. High bouncer.
Ooh.
Gets by the third baseman. The shortstop, Aquino, tried to make a play on it but couldn't. Neese with an infield hit. And Ian Mary up.
One of the rare times we're happy for the field bounce we have here.
Yes. Seems like we're the one on the end of those bad hops, but it's nice
Usually,
to see the other team at it.
And he really was a chop in that one.
Stelmark's first pitch is outside. Ian grounded to short his first time today. Pitch just a little bit too inside for Ian to get his bat around, make good contact. That makes the count. That ball makes the count 2-1. Looked like he had a good pitch to hit, but all he could do was foul it off. In now the 2-2 count.
His timing's a little off.
Timing's a little off. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. Ian struck out to end the 7th. We'll be entering the 8th inning. We're going extra innings. And Schmidt will be out there pitching the 8th inning for Sheboygan.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Spirit. Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
Cal Bacchino will be leading off for Kenosha in the 8th. Cal walked back in the 6th and wound up scoring. Cal playing at shortstop for the Kings. First ball is hit to Neese, takes a nice little hop for Jacob, and he makes the throw across. They usually call that a Sunday hop, but because it's Saturday, we'll call it a Saturday hop.
Yeah, because they got 2 games against Kenosha tomorrow as well.
Isn't that interesting? Do this makeup game today, then play a doubleheader, and then play them right away
Another one tomorrow, but in Kenosha.
And that should wrap up their season series.
Yep.
Brian Reyes is up. High bouncer over Schmidt's head. Bradford makes the one-handed pick and throw. 2 quick outs in the 8th. And Jared Bujoz. He also walked in that 6th inning and scored. Scored the tying run. We're sitting at 8-8 in the 8th inning. And when Sheboygan comes to bat in the 8th, who do you think's going to lead off? The number 8 hitter.
Would you look at that?
Ball up the middle, stays down,
Ooh.
hits the base. Tough break for Sheboygan. And it's an infield hit.
Did you mention that Schmidt's number 8?
And Schmitty's number 8. Oh, cry. Great job.
You're all about those repetitive numbers.
What's half of 8? 4, and that's the number of the guy batting. Isn't that a coincidence?
This is crazy.
Schmitty with a good move, but not in time. Looked like Reyes, the guy on first, or Bujo's, pardon me, either at number 18 or 19. It was a little hard to tell. 18 would seem to be more appropriate.
That's for sure.
Hit out in the short right. Zackerson makes a nice running catch and foul ground. But more importantly, that ends the 8th inning for Kenosha. When we come back, it'll be Jimmy leading it off.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Stelmark still on the mound for, it looks like, or is that a different pitcher, Emma?
That's a new pitcher.
We'll have to get the change on that. Michael Stelmark went 3 innings. Did a good job. Gave up a couple of hits and no runs. And struck out 3. Emma, you're usually pretty good at picking up numbers like that.
I could get you a number, I couldn't tell you a name.
That's right. We don't always have names. Numbers with
He's number
names.
20.
Number 20 is pitching. Bill, you got a name for 20?
They don't have numbers on their roster because they move them around.
So it could...
Because they switch jerseys.
Oh, really?
Yep. It was a struggle we had during the Green Bay Kenosha game that I worked. I was running down and getting names.
Oh. So it's a constant problem.
Yep.
Number 20 is pitching. We do not have a name for that young man.
Burdette.
Burdette. Burdette is not listed as a sub on our original sheet, so we don't have a first name for Burdette.
No subs on the...
Brad Burdette. Thank you, CJ. Burdette, a little bit of a side armor, might make it a little more difficult for Jimmy.
A theme with Kenosha.
That's right. Ball is popped up into a short left field, but getting out there in great shape was Bacchino, and he makes the catch. And that brings up Chase Hanselman. Chase in his first at bat since we came back from the June 8th game is he struck out. Coming into today, he was 2 for 2. Chase not happy with himself on that swing, Emma.
No, he kind of needs a hit here. He's been struggling a little bit the past few games.
Pretty good fastball. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. It's a ball 1. Trace did a pretty good job of battling his last at bat, but did end up striking out. Another pitch out of the strike zone. Evens the count at 2-2. Waiting on deck is Gus Walker. And that pitch is way inside.
So good at bat from Chase, bringing it back from 0-2 to a full count.
He's up there battling. Ball is hit out into center field. Bacon makes the easy catch. That'll bring up Gus Walker. Gus in action today is 0 for 1. For the game, he's 1 for 4. Gus with a swing and a miss. If Gus does get on, Jason Sims would be next, and be interesting to see if Gus could steal second and Jason could win another game for us.
That would be fun.
Pitch inside was pulled and fouled. One ball and 2 strikes. Gus trying to start a 2-out rally. Pitch is in the dirt. The way Gus hung in there, I think he was hoping to get hit.
I think so. No, just wait around, baby.
He wasn't supposed to be standing there. Line drive up the middle, but right to the shortstop who boots it. Wow, that was an easy play. But Bacchino pulled up, didn't keep the glove down. How many pitches? Well, he's got to face Gus. You know, looking at a left-handed pitcher could make it a little more difficult to steal a base.
Could, yeah. But I mean, with 2 outs, he may be more focused on the batter.
Hakuna Matata. Got it right this time?
Yeah, you did.
First pitch in the dirt. Gus not trying to steal on that pitch. taking a little bigger lead this time. Sims took that pitch for a strike. Gus bluffed that he was going, took a couple quick steps and then stopped. Kenny Nazy coaching over at third, Peyton Anderson at first. Good break, line drive, foul ball. Gus had that base stolen. That was a good pitch to hit though too.
Yeah, it was. Hooked it just a little bit too much.
One ball and 2 strikes on Sims. Gus still on first. It's on the move again, but it's popped up on the infield. And Bahia makes the catch, first baseman, and that ends Sheboygan's 8th inning. We're going to head to the 9th, all tied up.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Ian Mary wiping off home plate since the umpires still have not arrived. We're waiting on them. Schmidt's still on the hill for the A's. Sam Plash is going to lead off the 9th inning. This was supposed to be a 7-inning game. Sheboygan led it when we did the restart 8-6, but in the top of the 6th, Kenosha able to come up with 2 runs and tie it up, and that's how we've been now through the 7th and 8th inning, and we're starting the 9th. After this game is completed, we'll have a doubleheader. No balls and 2 strikes on Sam Plash. Schmidt comes with the breaking ball, and Plash pops it up to Zackerson in right, and he makes the easy catch. Colin Jensen next. Jensen reached on an error in the 7th. Schmidt looks to be throwing pretty good now, Emma.
Yeah, he's definitely picked it up a bit.
Breaking ball hung up in there, right into the eyes of the hitter, but all Jensen could do is foul it straight back. Strikeout, and then Ian Mary throws down to finish it out. 2 outs in the 9th inning. Aaron Hurd up. First pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Schmitty. Hard ground ball to Handsome, and he gets a nice Saturday hop and throws across for out number 3. When we come back for the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Bradford, Stout, and Zackerson.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Blaine Bradford is going to lead it off for Sheboygan. Blaine had 1 at bat this game since we had to restart, and he struck out. Hopefully he'll do better this time. We're trying to correct the amount of errors. I have them for 5. The difference may have happened on in the 6th inning when a throw got past the catcher and a second run scored, which tied up the ball game.
I think you had a differing number of errors when we started today.
In other words, Bill was wrong?
Or you were wrong. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Either way, 4 or 5 is too many.
Yeah. Regardless of how many.
We were just invaded, Emma.
With a O.
He went out of his...
He was on our side.
Keep out of our personal space.
He was on our side of the table.
Here I thought you put that table up like that to keep us out. Burdette still on the hill for Racine. Racine, Kenosha. First pitch was a strike.
Well, I'm not sure the first pitch was a strike, but it was swung at.
You mean like this last one?
Maybe. Hopefully Bradford doesn't listen to these streams.
Hey, a 2-strike hit would be really nice. Oh, it took that one right down the middle.
And Brad rung him up. Brad's not playing around.
Harry's up. Harry in his first at bat today flew out to center field. We're in the 9th inning of what should have been a 7-inning game.
What else is new for us?
Hopefully we can take this one in extras and sweep a doubleheader.
Be nice to see. But again, we can't talk about it.
That's right. Don't talk about it.
You're a known
Bad
jinx over
things.
there.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Count is 2-1 to Harry. Bouncing ball down the line.
Oof.
Good stop by the third baseman, and his throw across is in time for the out. What a play
That was a
by
great
Jensen. It was that far away from getting past him for possibly a
Oh
double.
my gosh, yeah. He just smacked his mitt down on top of that ball.
Brady's up. First pitch is down low for a ball. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Ball off the glove of Jensen. It's going to be a base hit for Zach, and he pulls up. Thought about going to 2, but made the correct decision. And that brings up Jacob Neese. I was just thinking about Jacob. He'll like to get this game in the books. He's 4 for 4.
Yeah, he will.
Help his average.
For real.
You know, throughout the course of the season, we talked about Tillman wanting to get his home run included into the stats. Jacob with his 4 for 4 would look real nice too.
Oh, yeah.
Brady not taking a real big lead off first. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. We're all tied up. We're in the bottom of the 9th of what should have been a 7-inning game. Burdette comes set. Neese pops it up. It stays in fair territory. And Pahia makes the catch. And that ends the 9th. We're all tied up after 9, 8-8.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Leading off for Kenosha in the 10th inning will be Joel Cotty. Cotty, in his first at-bat today, popped up to shortstop. Hanselman, and I think that was the ball where he had to race way out into left field to make the catch. I get to bed earlier.
I do need to get to bed earlier.
Cotty with a one hopper out to Bradford. He gently tosses it over to Harry for the out. Tariq Bacon, leadoff hitter, is up next. Tariq is 0 for 2 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice to finish out the 5th and then flew out to center. Schmidt in his 5th inning of work today. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2/3 innings he's gone.
A little bit longer than they were hoping he was going to go this game.
Yeah, right. Pitches outside for ball, makes a count 2-1. Ball's popped up in foul territory. Harry racing over, but lands on the roof of the dugout out of play. Bill, we're going to have to time this game in weeks instead of hours. Two, 3-2 pitch. Bounce in the hole at short. Hanselman, even if he picks that ball up, he's not going to be able to throw out Bacon.
No, Bacon's too quick for that.
But Bacon
Good of him
looks
to
like
get a glove on it.
Stolen base type player.
Good of Hanselman to get a glove on it, though.
Calvacino up. 1 out. We're in the top of the 10th inning. Ball down the third base side. What a bunt. Infield hit, bunt single. And that puts runners on first and second with 1 out. Brian Reyes up. So Emma, you saw the play. Do you think he should have thrown it or just?
I think it was a bit of a risky throw. He wasn't going to get him out. He was too far behind.
Right.
You don't want to risk throwing that ball away, giving him better opportunities.
You know, if he throws it away, the runner on going to second could have possibly scored, depending on how far down the line it goes.
Exactly. Especially on an off-balance throw like that.
We're finally in agreement on something.
It's the first time for everything.
That's one thing about you, Emma. I can't out-talk you. You always have a comeback.
It's the household I was raised
Although
in.
when the season ends and you're not coming around anymore, I will miss you.
I'll come visit, don't you worry.
Ball hit, knocked down by Bradford. His throw to first is in time. Ho! Blaine Bradford.
What a play. Oof.
Did you see what the runner did at the end?
Oh, looks like he might be hurt, though. He's not feeling too great after that.
The batter, when he ran to first base, slid in.
Yep.
what do you think is faster, sliding in or running through?
You know, there's a lot of debate about this.
There's
a lot of
correct
debate
answer.
about this. And I've never known the answer because I don't run. So
You don't slide?
I don't slide, so. Well, no, I slide. I don't run.
Oh. So does that mean if you're not running and you're trying to slide, it means it's more like a plop?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should ask my mom.
Anyway, to answer the question, running through the base gets you there quicker.
That's what I always thought.
One of the thoughts, though, with sliding in was trying to throw off the umpire.
Oh, yeah. I could probably count on one hand the amount of dives I had to do in my softball career.
And that was too many, right?
Yeah. I mean, they weren't going to throw at me. No, rarely threw at me, so.
A good fastball by Schmitty up in the zone. And Boudreau's couldn't catch up to it. 0-2. Kenosha threatening. Bacon trying to draw a throw from Ian Mary, but Ian did the right thing.
Mary's smarter than that.
Hey, went to college for engineering.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball by Eric Schmitz. Let's see if Sheboygan can win it in the bottom of the 10th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Burdett's still on the hill for Kenosha. Sheboygan will send up Ian Mary. And then Jimmy Jurgensen and Chase Hanselman. Emma, every player on a team has something they can contribute. Now, we've talked about Blaine Bradford. His hitting is really off this year so far. But big contribution last half inning with his fielding.
Yeah. You know, just because one thing's not working out for you doesn't mean you got to let the whole game be bad.
That's an excellent point. I figured it this way. If I wasn't playing very good or not hitting, not pitching, I could always talk a good game. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
You're still talking a good game. Whew, field is real bouncy today. Just watching that throwdown.
Well, that's part of when we haven't had enough rain. All of a sudden, it's infield gets hard.
Yeah.
Ian Mary up. He's 0 for 2 today.
Looks like you guys are due for some rain this week, though.
And the weatherman mentioned that later. Maybe going into Monday.
My phone says Tuesday, Wednesday, but it could be wrong.
All right.
Don't quote me on that. Don't hold me to it.
Don't quote the weatherman either.
That's true. Nobody's right but Mother Nature.
Ian takes that pitch for a ball. 2-0. Burdette, since he came in, has pitched a couple of good innings. Ian had a good rip at it, but all he could do is foul it off. Ian hits that ball high out into left field. And Hurd makes the catch. 1 out in the 10th. Jimmy Jurgensen up. Jimmy today is 0 for 2. We got to be pretty close to having an hour in since the umpires were contacted. CJ was out on the porch looking for him. They're nowhere to be found. Jimmy pops that one up into foul ground. Jensen has a play and makes it. Chase Hanselman up. Chase was 2 for 2 back on June 8th. Today, he's 0 for 2.
Chase has been in a little bit of a slump recently. We'd like to see him use the game city to kind of get out of that.
Exactly. First pitch swinging, pops it up into short right. And it drops in. And Chase is going to be in with a double. The second baseman got out there in pretty good shape, even though it was not going to be caught. But when he tried to grab it and get up and throw, he just collapsed.
Looked like there was a little bit of confusion there between the second baseman and the right fielder. They're both kind of looking around.
We'll take it. Hanselman with excellent speed, a hit to the outfield, should score him. Center fielder is really deep.
Oh yeah, he is. But when you got the speed Bacon has.
Gus takes that first pitch for a ball. Boy, it looked pretty good.
When you have the speed of Bacon, you don't really gotta worry about where you set yourself up, and it's easier to run forward than back.
Same with the right fielder is quite deep. Line drive into right center field. It's down, a base hit. Coming around and scoring is Chase Hanselman. And Gus Walker comes through with a game-winning hit in the 10th inning. Well, you can't win them all, Emma, until you win the first one.
That's true.
You know what? We've talked about Gus, and he's been struggling, but that was a really nice base hit, pulling the ball on that left-handed pitcher. Emma, why don't you do this? Sheboygan wins, by the way. It's 9-8. They win it. 8 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors for Kenosha. Sheboygan 9 runs, 13 hits, and 4 errors. The winning pitcher is Eric Schmitz, who goes the distance on 2 different days, I might add. And the losing pitcher will be Brad Burdette of Kenosha. We're going to step out and run some commercials, and we're hoping that the start of the next game won't take more than about 10 or 15 minutes. We're not going to turn off the live stream, so you can watch commercials all that while if you'd like.
It'll be our fun little what's coming up.
All right, we'll be
video.
back in a little while with game 1 of the scheduled doubleheader.